He wants his star players to tell him exactly what they want, and he wants to call for them. And he doesn't always impose his will in a way an in-game leader might have to do at times, in the way you kind of hear from different IGLs when you're watching content behind the scenes.
Well, finally, it is time to go. Furia versus Imperial. T-side for Imperial, that's where they'll start. Furia on the defense. A challenge today for Vinny to call against his former organization and teammates here at the Major. Yuri peeking down in connector into the canal. But no one going to be involved in too heavy of a fight as Imperial get ready for their A play. The defense designed to deal with this is Fallen and Kestorado. Quite a strong setup to deal with it.
Here's the utility. Dooley's up close. Kestorado swinging on contact, but contact ends quickly. Kestorado tracks the first. Cello with the trade. Molotov prevents him from getting into any cover, so he's stuck in the open against way too many Glocks.
So they forced their way through Imperial, now looking to hold on into this 3v2 pistol win. Furia just going to wait out the smoke and cameras. Skulls and Yuri both have to move through from the same position. They get ever closer. Each step taken moves them closer to the bomb site. As Vinny and Descente wait to close this out. Flash into the sky. Yuri moves in. Time ticking. They've got to get a pick soon. And it's just Yuri left. And no time to win the round any longer. So he's going to back away and hang around for an exit on the way out here. He's got one extra kill. And no one else offering themselves up just yet. He'll get a last opportunity, but pistol is done. We've had a Furia player disconnect from the server, so we're going to have a tech issue here just to resolve that as quickly as possible. But Imperial win the pistol round.
Yeah, pretty simple pistol round as well. I'm assuming a little bit of pre-fire turning around the corner, and Fallen doesn't really get a chance to get a whole lot of shots off, just domed, and that puts everyone else in a tough situation. Setup doesn't land trying to be aggressive at the point of attack. And Imperial will get that nice little T-sided start.
So again, Kestorado loaded back up into the game. Yes, the restart's already happening. Wonder what his pick-ins look like. Maybe you can show us real quick.
Yeah.
Look at the over-the-shoulder shot.
Click on it real quick, bro.
No, he's connecting. He's getting us in real fast here.
Boo. Where do you think he put Furia?
3-0.
He ruined his own pick'ems.
You gotta put 3-0. You gotta have that mentality. No, I do respect when players like post their pick'ems and they haven't put themselves like going 3-0. It's just like, yeah, we're probably gonna lose the game.
Yeah.
And that's fair enough. We have Sida standing behind Furia. He's the coach. And, you know, bringing it back to what you were talking about Fallen's in-game leadership, I was talking to Sida back in Rio, and he was saying that it has been quite a jump up to go from an assistant coaching role at the team to then going into a head coaching role on a Tier 1 Counter-Strike team. But he says it's been quite a smooth transition because Fallen doesn't necessarily always need him. And that's something that he's realized, that he's not necessarily thrown in at the deep end. He has a support network there and someone with a lot of experience standing in front of him.
I felt that as well, very much with Fallen when he came in as well, because obviously he's almost takes that. It's kind of like almost like a Kerrigan sort of situation where you're the in-game leader and you also like partly play that role of a coach, and he can help kind of get some ideas across and come up with ideas. And because of all of his knowledge and the way he approaches Counter-Strike conversations, he's very good at facilitating conversations within teams. But again, it always comes down to, at some point, you know, if you look at some of like the, if you look at like some of the footage of like when Alexi won Na'Vi, and like you see him in a game and he's just like, guys, I'm sorry, but you all have to listen to me now. Like it's my turn to take over the game from the IGL role, and that's something that, you know, Fallen doesn't really do. Fallen wants the star players to be able to say, what do you want to do in this round? And he's going to call some rounds for you, but like that moment of like, you know, I'm the captain now. You know, it doesn't always click in. Yeah. It's not that he doesn't have it; he just doesn't want to do it. You know, he wants the star players to always feel comfortable in how they're approaching situations on the map.
Well, this round not expected to go anywhere for Furia. This is the Eco. P250 out for Cello, but everybody else on the USP. Imperial won't be up to a 2-0 lead. No way. Walking his way up middle. Deals that P250. Here comes the execute. So the best case scenario for Furia is they head in towards this A bomb site, because there's 3 pistols here ready to go, but they should be melted at the hands of the MAC-10, and Phelps charges up, and it's a 3K in the end. So 2-0 start here for Imperial.
Missed Molotov from Imperial on that execute. Obviously no issues that it causes against unarmored USPs, but we'll see if that continues to be a problem moving forward. That could come back to haunt them in the gun rounds. 2-0, and the M4s are busted out by Furia's defense. No ability for Fallen to get the op out quickly. We've seen plenty of highlights from Fallen on this map over towards the mid double doors.
Yeah, he knows.
You, Dinko, are particularly fond of those?
Yeah, definitely. I get a few of those. We had Dexter earlier as well in the RMR with a pretty similar
Very Fallen-esque, yeah.
Yeah, so great to see that. Hopefully Fallen can get one of those moments today for Furia. No op to be seen though. Not yet.
Oh, it's coming. Descenti just spamming into the smoke, trying to be a distraction over towards middle. 3 players going to line up towards the B bomb site. 1 player's moved up close in canals. Vinny's going to activate him with a flashbang from deep. That's a deep smoke as well, so Phelps is happy to hop in, and there's that aggressive space-taking maneuver from Phelps that he loves doing so much. Furia have the wrong read. They looks like they're sliding into an aggressive information play at the A bomb site, which leaves Skulls on his own just as the hit comes in. So he's like, guys, come on back, please. I need a little bit of love because they're in the bomb site and I got nothing to do.
The plant comes in on default. Phelps punching those digits in, and Cello, he's just waiting for the long-range fight, allowing Kesserado to walk ever closer and have his swing covered. But now that Kesserado moves into position, Furia have a lot of options to consider here because they don't have a whole lot of utility, and there's not a single kid on any of the remaining players, and they're letting the time go. Half of it gone already. They have to be so quick about this retake now. Grenade is good from Kesserado. They need to trade from Cello, and it won't happen as Descente descends upon them with a double kill, and Phelps inside of the site with 2 of his own. Nothing that Furia can do about this. A 3rd round in a row for Imperial, and the T side's off to a pretty hot start.
Yeah, just a mistimed play called by Furia on the CT side, sliding a second play, the supportive element of the B bomb site back towards the A site as they make their information play through A main. It actually is just straight up the worst timing possible. Skulls has to back away and be passive, can't challenge to slow anything down. And on a round with MAC-10s, Imperial's able to get in with relative ease and take advantage of the lack of head armor in these early gun rounds. Galil looks beautiful from Descenti.
Now Furia left in a position where they don't have a whole lot to play with. We've got an M4 here for Cello, an M4 for Yuri, but everybody else on a weaker weapon of some variety, and immediately the rifle is gone. Cello taken down by Descente through the mid-smoke. Vinny, oh, he's got caught. He's got caught looking a little silly there, but fortunately his teammates there to trade, and Kesserado stopping Descente from his mid-play.
All right, not bad from Furia bringing this into a 3-on-3. Oh, who was that? Was that Phelps that just got into the smoke on that jump? Close call. Kesserado spots one as the smoke plumes. And this round will settle down and quiet down as Imperial just march into a B split, 2 through canals. Skulls has a Molotov to delay the plant. That's why he's holding on to it. Oh, but he's going to rotate away. Once again at the worst possible moment. They walk right into the B bomb site for free.
Bomb has been planted.
At this point, again, no kits. You might just want to try and recover one of the rifles dropped in middle and not even play for the round.
Well, that's
Tough start for Furia, trying to prove again that it's just a bad game to start the day and not a bad day overall.
Yeah, you're gonna have to do a lot of work here now, Furia. Given that the foundations they've laid out to build on, not exactly the best. But they do get that rifle, as you mentioned, so another one saved over. And they've got some residual cash left. So if they are able to collect this round victory, saving those 3 rifles might come back to be a positive for the economy for the rest of the half here. But this is Descente catching Cello, just crossing over before that smoke plumed, and if Cello goes down, so do the chances of Furia winning this round. Op out for try, op out for fallen. We finally get the sniper into the in-game leader's hands.
And importantly, plenty of utility for the CT side. so they can try and be a little bit more patient in terms of finding the kind of aggressive play they might want to make. Oh, Fallen, he wants to get aggro to start right through, straight ahead, and it doesn't work. Phelps follows up, that's Vinny, who cleans up the kill. And in the strongest buy round Furia have had, Imperial have decimated them.
Not like this, Furia. This is wild. Fallen goes to the smoking connector, goes into the fight, looking to take a risk. Doesn't pay off, and immediately you're handed out an unrecoverable set of circumstances. A 5-0 start from Imperial.
Oh.
And nothing being saved here for Furia, apart from Kesserado, who is back near the beach.
All right, sound the alarm bells.
Yeah, the alarm bells are certainly sounded. And Furia, this is now getting very worrying. A team that would have come into this stage of the major and would have been in a lot of people's eyes, one of the teams that should be progressing. You get a game against Imperial, you'll think, okay, a chance to bounce back after a loss in your opening match. Furia not bringing the level we know they're capable of playing at to the server today. Not yet.
Such a bold move from Fallen as well.
I didn't expect that.
No, I expected him maybe to slide out to the left and try and find a fight over the edge of the smoke, but he wanted to joust. he wanted to use it as a
spear.
Yeah.
I guess it does have a pointy tip, but it's not going to work out for him. 5-0 here for Imperial. Money that I was mentioning might be recovered with a round victory there. It was thrown back to the pin again. That's an easy kill for Phelps. Vinny had to follow up. And no way, just walking into the bomb side. Skull's cleared out.
Yeah, and I like too, like with the aggressive play from Fallen, the B players are like, oh, you guys have all gone a little bit crazy. Okay, well, now that we've taken down 2 of you, I'm going to challenge this. I'm going to drop a flashbang into the smoke and move in towards jail. And it's just perfect. You kind of test that defense and make them step up to you. And once again, multiple rounds now. Imperial has shown no fear in terms of a challenging quickly. Descenti does it at the B bomb site this round. He's done it back in middle against Guns. We saw Fallen and Phelps kind of have that same sort of aggression with each other. This time it's Furia who come out on top.
Yeah, I guess that is the fortunate thing for Furia, is the fact that, yeah, you lost the AWP in a spectacular fashion in the last round, but at least you get it back straight away here. And now you've got a 5v4 to play with. Feels a lot stronger now for Furia, but this defense towards the A bomb site, it's fallen at heaven. And that resmoke might just start to cancel out any ideas Imperial had about pouncing immediately.
It allows them to focus towards middle a little bit and set up this crossfire with Kesserado and Cello. When that fades, they'll have to make a decision on how they want to set up. They just have to be really cautious with the B bomb site, because Imperial's been able to find free avenues in 2 rounds where Furia has picked the wrong time to shift a player off. I almost feel like you have to keep 2 players parked. They're playing it very passively, Yuri and Skulls. They've got 1 smoke, 1 Molotov left to block choke points. And there it is as the A fake comes in. They block 1 of them.
Utility starting to be deployed here for Imperial. Phelps held back in connector as Furia held onto the utility late into the round. Here comes the camera play. Descente tries to get past Cello, but patience will pay off for Cello. And now the bomb making its way in towards A main. Fallen's turn from Bricks. His teammate goes down, but he has no problem in building his team back up into this piece by piece. 10 seconds, bomb down on the ground, not enough time to recover it and get it planted. So this round will go to Furia, their first collected of the map so far.
Yeah, Imperial kind of tests multiple points on the map, but not with any kind of crazy force, right? And Furia just respond to all of them. They get the kill in B main on those early challenges over in middle, the little bit of a lurk, and then the final gambit from Imperial in A main. That's a lovely way to find a kill. Skulls will be pleased about that. And even with that frag, Vinny's got no more progression, no more space to take due to Fallen's op. So first round on the board, and that has to be the moment for Furia. Down by 4 already.
The boost over into middle to Sente. Not spotting anybody from Furia, no presence in mid. The AWP is being dynamic. It's changing its positions, its starting spots. Fallen now over at B. It was parked pretty much entirely at the A bomb site in the last round. So looking to just be unpredictable and be a problem for Imperial to try and figure out. MongolZ has had a relatively rough start to this game so far. He's down to 56 HP to kick off round 7. Here comes Descente through the mid-smoke. I like this play, but Cello, he got flashed through the doors, and so it goes back, starts to think about Descente, and he's pretty close. But that smoke fades away. Cello gets the dink, but the AK is better in that duel.
Ooh, Fallen, nice USP. Knows he was dinked from Cello earlier. Slides back in, but there's still a little bit of alert going on in mid behind those double doors, and once again over towards Canals and Connector. Imperial have cracked this bomb site open from this position multiple times, and Try's gonna land the shot. Dinked up, but not deterred. 30 seconds and a man advantage for Imperial.
28 seconds now as the time continues to tick on. Phelps making his play.
They don't have time to come back to
it. And that's a great headshot. Serato down in heaven. Fallen waits in the back of the obelisk. A missed shot though, and now he's under a little bit of pressure as Imperial move through their final move. He's exposed to B main now, and no way's gonna knock him off his perch. It's all Skulls who has to try and win this on his own, and he's got eliminated by No Way. Oh, it's close right down to the final seconds, but Furia not able to get the job done, and Imperial come out 6-1 now. A timeout taken for Furia. It is not getting any better for what should be the better Brazilian team.
Oh, that late lurk in B main just ruins Fallen's day. He's trying to be really dynamic with the AWP, trying to be the player to solve the problem, and just overexposed. As no attention was coming there, he might have just had to assume and take the risk that it's clear. This is starting to get brutal because that's a critical round win to have. You take the AWP away from Fallen, and you put Furia once again into an economy-breaking situation heading into round number 8.
A lot of sharp shooting right now from Imperial players as well.
Yeah, he's hyped up.
Yeah, definitely. Phelps in particular, I've been loving his performances here. 9-2, great start. Descente, inside of the smoke, he actually kiss of death. Serato inside of that smoke, but he's still sticking around. Yuri has Serato covered, and so Serato can stay aggressive.
Yeah, but do you want to maintain aggression now that you have the man advantage? Now that you have a 5-on-4, they were also kind of challenging towards A main. Cello comes out for a peek and backs away slowly. Furia feeling very comfortable now as they back off. A lot of utility used, but they've got themselves a 5-on-4.
Once again, then he has to call his teammates late into this round. They don't mind running the time down for Imperial. We've seen that in a number of rounds so far, but he's just got to do it now with a 4v5, and that's the other problem he's got to figure out.
A set piece. They've had a lot of finishing plays towards the B bomb site, and I think that's why you see Furia with 3 players here, and this is about the timing. Yep, you got to start pushing B main or Con to try and find some information. 2 players defending A, but Furia this time have the perfect call. The delay smoke put down in A main is perfect for Furia, buying time for these 2 players to come over. Imperial has to wait until it fades, and by then it's going to be too late.
It's not just the 2 players rotating through CT, it's the player coming behind them. Skulls has got a flank going on as well, and he's getting ever closer. He's going to go to camera instead of all the way around the back. And No Way, great shot. Serato going down. Imperial need to move with it as they get a move on into the A bomb site. 18 seconds, but look how many players are here. And Yuri with a triple kill destroys Imperial at the doors of A. But try fighting as he might, it will not likely end in round victory. Shot after shot, but Fallen proved too much. Try give it his best go and damaged up the remaining forces of Furia.
Oh, look at the buy that's going to come out because of those kills, though. That's so awesome from Try. Like, win the round, be damned. You just did so much economic damage. Furia had everyone here, a decimation, and they give it all up, peeking 1v1 into the AWP. And yeah, even in a victory, shaking your head because you know it's way too costly.
They had the early rotation. They get the Yuri triple kill, but Try brings down many players before he goes. Not an easy day at the office here for Furia. And here goes Phelps right through with a double. Swipes them out of the server, and now it's done. Phelps into the B bomb site. There's nothing Furia can do to stop this. Imperial overwhelmed the B site with just 1 player, and now their forces occupy the site. Bomb going down, and Furia on the save.
This is crazy. No one from Furia can handle these aggressive plays, and that's nice and simple. That's very Puggy, right? You're just Phelps, as we saw against Fallen in the first gun round. He's just rushing right towards Khan. Gets a flashbang in and obliterates 2.
Yeah, he's having one of those games as well. Phelps 11 and 3 just gets a double. He makes it look easy.
I tell you, it's one of those win conditions for Imperial is which individual is going to pop off, and right now it's Phelps. The volume isn't anything to be like too crazy with, but man, the impact is massive.
Phelps is a player that's obviously played with Fallen back in what you would call Phelps his peak of his career, which unfortunately coincided with the downturn in results for the #1 Brazilian team in history.
Yeah, they tried desperately to make Phelps work within those lineups back in the day and just couldn't find to do it. The role clashes with Fur are just too difficult to overcome. It's just crazy.
But you get reminders every now and then of the mechanical skill of
Yuri.
which Phelps possesses.
Yeah. Frustration.
I mean, it has been a year at times for very frustrating for Furia, right? Full of frustration. And they're going to know what it feels like to be in these positions again. But at a major, the final event of the year, you do not want to be in a spot where you go down 0-2 on day 1.
All right, Fallen. Trademark. Sees the shadow. First kill is his. Doesn't feel the pressure coming in, so backs away.
He's actually going to rotate all the way around, changing his position, wanting to get back over towards camera, play from temple instead. And fortunately for Fallen, Imperial have taken their time about progressing beyond the double doors, so this has allowed him the time to reposition, and this could be sick. They're not going to be ready for this. Fallen's reposition all the way back. Vinny gets caught, and another kill given to the sniper.
And another reposition from Fallen as well. They're still going to test this position on the map, though, and it's going to force the defense of the B-bomb site to split up. Skulls falls back with an MP9. Oh, that's a banger of a shot from the SMG.
And now they move out of A main. So the CT round from Furia is very active, beautiful to watch, and it's left Imperial in a position where they just don't know where they can go.
Yeah, Fallen whittled them down so well in mid with those 2 kills. The Sentient try. A chance to thin things out. But nope, once again, Skulls steps up to the plate. And K-Serrato already has a read on the Opera, who's going to be surrounded in T-spawn, trying to back away from one fight, only to find himself in another, and can't get the shot off. And K-Serrato decides to upgrade into a double op setup.
All right, let's see how this goes. Didn't work out for Rare Adam earlier, Jason, surprisingly.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's upgraded from an MP9, so I don't know if I can exactly blame him, but yeah, let's see how it does go. Beautiful shooting from Fallen. Great shooting from Skulls as well with the MP9 taking down 2 AK-47 duels. But here's the thing. Every time Furia have run around like this and put themselves in a position to stabilize and come back, Imperial has just cranked up the aggression and responded immediately.
Well, they're going to be going for a direct hit towards the A site. Vinny has flashes ready for A main.
And that double op setup, that secondary op is going to be tested on K-Serrato.
Let's see what he's got. We know he's one of the best riflers in the world on his day. Let's see what he can do with a sniper.
Hasn't felt like his day so far.
No, definitely has not. He's going to start relinquishing control close towards A. He's going to drop a little bit further back and play at range from Heaven. Here comes the flashes. Try tossing them in. His teammate sent forward. K-Serrato pinned behind smoke. He'll go to the bricks as Cello uses the MP9. He blasted open though. Both players revealed in a second. And Imperial forces the same call again.
You want to talk about a little bit gimmicky? That is a beautiful way to find openings. Furia desperately using that smoke as a little bit of cover, a little bit of safety, and then it's taken away from them to leave them exposed in the open. Imperial coming in well drilled with fresh ideas, and Furia cannot handle it.
Dude, it's so difficult for Furia. They win a round and then they can't follow up. They just can't stop what Imperial are throwing at them at the moment. 2 rounds ago, it was Phelps getting a double kill in towards Connector. This time, it's a play towards the A bomb site that catches out both of the A defenders, not allowing a single kill to go against Imperial.
And stylistically different each and every round, back and forth. I mean, like, you know, there's like kind of those 2 styles, the slower kind of progressive map control, lurky style that, you know, Fallen just beat them on the previous round. And this one's a grouped up timing hit, take over the A bomb site. And Furia can't get a good feel for this game. They've never been able to get into the groove because Vinny's just calling circles around him right now.
No, we talked about today, you mentioned it. You said that, you know, with MIBR, one of their main goals is to try and prove that they're the #1 Brazilian team. They want to take that title away from Furia. We've got Pain in the mix as well. We've got Imperial here. You would rank, if you did a tier list of Brazilian teams, I think you would have put Imperial at the bottom here at the opening stage of the major. If they beat Furia today, man, in the fashion that they're currently doing it, I think we throw the best team in Brazil away from Furia for the time being, because right now, but it's hard to call in a best of one, sure,
yeah, it's been such an interesting battle throughout the year. Like that position, that top dog in Brazil has been like constantly, you know, in flux. And, you know, I mentioned MIBR has been very vocal about, you know, saying like we're the best team in Brazil. And obviously you're always going to say that about yourself, but they've started to be able in different situations to back it up and have good performances. Obviously took that loss to MongolZ a little bit earlier today. But yeah, Furia's, you know, position on the throne is not in any way comfortable. It's not in any way settled.
No. Imperial had to play Pain earlier today, lost him 13-5 on Dust 2. Furia lost to GamerLegion in their opening match. 13-8 as well. Some aggression from Castorado. Vinny to fall, or rather, a trade from Phelps. They'll be happy enough with that. So 1-for-1 to kick things off. Went into the last round of this half. Fallen. Waiting with a sniper. The best rounds we've seen from the defense in Furia so far have been when Fallen gets that up into a position where he's able to find impact. So he gets to the side of the smoke. Phelps is going to walk into him, but fires out the shot a little bit too early, but expected Phelps to continue to chase him behind that smoke. And so Fallen sends a shot out through it. Minutes on the clock left.
Yeah, but this has been one of the most disastrous rounds for Furia that we've seen a number of times, is when everyone's shifted away and left Skulls here all on his own, and now you have this entire hit coming in. Molotov at his feet. He's got a swing. Oh, good first kill. Try with the op, though. Slowly progresses into the shot. You're going to have a flank coming in from B main eventually, which means Fallen and Cello going to be patient.
Try is going to continue to scope up in towards CT, and he spots the barrel. Patient. He sees Cello, and he's going to go down. So Imperial now even the numbers out at a 2v2 as they search for 9 rounds out of this first half, but no way gets caught. Yuri's flank finally pays off, and Try must clutch the 1v2. He'll sit in connector, trying to make it a tighter angle to spot the crossing player of Yuri coming back into the site. There's no smoke for this defuse. A lot of utility picked up. It's a Molly going in towards connector instead, and it's a shot opportunity for Try that he will miss. And Fallen gets on the defuse to round out a 4th round for Furia at the end of the first half. It is in no way a strong defense, unable to string any rounds consecutively together, but 4 rounds can be enough as they go into the second half here.
And you nailed it. The only bright spot of that defense is Fallen's op. The only weapon, the only piece of that defense that was able to actually give them advantages and net them rounds. Otherwise, it was all Phelps just being an absolute monster from start to finish in this opening half. Zach's got to be super happy with how his team has positioned themselves as they switch sides.
We know how quickly these 8-4 scorelines, you can see Imperial, it felt dominant from them in the first half. It felt like they were the clear better team. But Furia being able to scrap together 4 rounds can make a huge difference if they win the pistol, if they're able to convert it. That huge gap starts to shrink away very quickly indeed. And that's obviously going to be the conversation they have with all the experience they've got in the roster right now to not let that start shake them too much.
Well, I think what's scary about it is, like, you know, the guys that you would expect to have, like, be sharp in a game like this, Castorado, Skulls, just kind of never had any situation where it felt like they could get into a groove. Skulls was constantly on his own and forced back and forced to be passive at the B bomb site when he was left alone. Castorado struggled to handle initial fights over at the A bomb site. We'll have to see them come alive quickly in this second half.
Well, it's going to be a hit towards the A-bomb side for Furia. Plenty of utility here.
Stacked, though.
Look how much utility there is, though. So you'd likely see them break up this defense.
Yeah, but 4 players. If they don't take advantage of the Molotovs and the flashbangs while they're out, they're in some trouble. Let's see what the initial defense can do. You got 2 players close up. 2 players are going to be quick to respond, and Imperial is loving this execute at the moment.
Stacked, ready to go. And it's worked out pretty well for Descente and Try. Descente again, off the fountain, drowns out another player, but Fallen continues to push forward for Furia. Hasn't necessarily been the cleanest entry path to the A-bomb site, but they've evened out the numbers, and now there's a clock in Fallen's head going, there's only one spotted in the site. Surely there's a flank being set up right now.
Yeah, giving time for Skulls to play, giving time for one of the defenders to make a mistake. You can look at the way Phelps is just backing off because his position is known, and now that information has been cut, he's thinking they can't be pushing into him. Bomb spotted, and the defense is split. In a world where Furia on the T side can play together, Imperial have to make individual decisions in trying to connect the prongs of this retake.
Well, Skulls at range with the Glock against Vinny's USP. See how this fight goes. Vinny.
No armor on these guys.
It's the Goosh. 37 health left on Skulls, but Fallen fights out of heaven, and that kill is so important because it allows them to maintain the cover of the wall.
That was a kid as well.
They no longer have to worry about a player in behind, and Vinny, good shot! Oh, Fallen runs out of bullets. So does Vinny, but he switches to the Glock, but it's the time. Time's the problem. He picks up a kit, though. On his journey, he's found a kit. He's going to get to that defuse. Fallen has to stop this, has to get around the corner, and Vinny forced off the defuse, gets the headshot, but is there time? Vinny gets to it. It's going to be close all the way, and it's held. He's got it. Vinny pulls it off in the last few seconds, off the defuse to the kill, and the round victory for Imperial.
Unreal that he wins that. A 2v2 perfectly played Vinny and a 1v2. And just the bodies on this defense. Look at these shots from Descenti with the USP. Beautiful work behind the pillar. And that's the moment right there. You get away with that without killing Vinny. You give him a chance at it. Spectacular.
And now that situation we talked about where Furia win the pistol, they win the conversion, and they shrink that gap. Well, that's out of the window with that kind of play. They come with a force buy. They throw everything they've got into this. An AK-47 in the hands of Kesserado, a Galil for Yuri. Tech 9s on Skulls and Cello, and a Scout in the hands of Fallen. It's a strong force buy, but they have to win it. If they concede this, reset economically, and Imperial will go to 11 rounds.
Oop, careful, Vinny. Auto shotty on No Way playing close to A main, but oh, they just missed the timing. Vinny overexposed from dark, and that smoke doesn't come in fast enough. Good shot from Kesserado, good aggressive play. And that pulls the defense off of the A bomb site. Furia gonna readjust on the map. And it's a wide open site for the moment, but that drop is gonna continue selling the fact that A is not under pressure.
Oh, they completely fixated upon Skulls, but he's not the thing you have to worry about. He's not the player you've got to be concerned about because Furia move into the A bomb site and it's empty.
I don't even know if you go for this, as weird as it sounds. Once you realize the bomb's been planted, I don't know. One player is here. 2, 3
it's
players.
Lack of kits.
Camera. It's a lack of kits and lack of utility and a shotgun.
Well, they're gonna give it a go. Util goes in. Their final piece is being put in place. They charge down through camera.
Call it off now.
The flash is too much to handle. Kesserado with the kill. Try with a double, and suddenly we're back in. Suddenly we're locked in for Imperials. They want to try and get back into the site, but time is the problem with a lack of kit. They've got to get a kill quickly, and they bring down Kesserado. They get to the defuse again. And even when you think they're not going to be able to pull it off, Imperial keep finding ways to get back into it. Another close defuse, another close shave, but it's Imperial that look their best.
Those retakes are always so sketchy to me, but they get the exact kills they need at the perfect moment. Even with Kesserado getting the first, it's like they were even backing off to retake, but that right there. And that's what I mean when players are not sharp on the Furia side of things. That has to be a kill from Yuri. It has to be traded. And if you can't trade him, if you're going to miss a 10-bullet spray, you're giving him every opportunity to get back into these bomb sites and win the rounds.
Well, Furia just have to buy again because they know their chances are thin of coming back into this game. No way. The initial defender of the A site. Smoke goes out, he just peeks beyond it. A lot of damage done, but no kill from No Way. Descente, Kesserado, Yuri going blow for blow. Now Fallen enters the fight. And Furia into the A site.
Oh man, they're just desperately trying to stay in this game. And I can't believe it's worked out.
Well, because of how close these rounds have been, they know they've got Imperial's money on the rope, so they continue to buy.
They have a kit this time as well.
And Fallen's low, going in to Vinny.
They think they're saving, now they're not. Look at the position of Yuri. He's got to come back through camera. This fight in A main is everything. K Serato and Phelps.
Could this be another retake of the A site? It's always been the A site. But with K Serato's kill on Phelps, surely Vinny can't do it again. Molly out to camera. Looks towards Yuri, who repositions behind bricks, and now time is too far gone for Vinny to pull it off. And finally, third time of asking, Furia get the job done inside of the A site.
I think there's some scary signs in that round from Imperial. I think due to the pressure that Furia is applying towards A main, very individual decision to like stick around and try and fight around these things. Not a whole lot of backup behind him either. There's fights going on in middle. So Furia applying a pressure to multiple parts of the map, thinned out this defense and not able to recover this time. But Furia with those constant force buys have broken the economy of Imperial early on. They still have a chance to come back into this. 5-10. But still feels so desperate. And even, remember, going back to the first half, they could never settle this game down in their favor. They could never grab control and string rounds together.
Serato flashed into A main, comfortable with the fact that no one is aggressive. 5-7 of no way takes an intermittent peek just to make sure that Serato isn't continuing his push forward, but he is, and he's here now to play. So the AK goes in, a lot of steps being heard, and a resmoke coming out from Imperial, looking to buy some more time because they want this flank to pay off. They want this play into the canal to work out against Yuri, but he gets that info relatively early.
Yeah, but they're feeling very boxed in at the moment. They're smoked out in A main, so you're kind of talking to your mid players right now, and you're like, all right, Skulls, Cello, we need you guys to make a move. We're getting boxed in. They just push Con. You need to make a decision on if you're going to press forward to alleviate pressure or come back to help us. They do both, and they win both. They win all 4 engagements.
The Sentite finally chiming in for Imperial, but too much of a climb to get back into this round. So 6 on the board for Furia. Finally being able to put a round together. 2 in a row. Money is completely gone now for Imperial.
Yeah, this M4 should be the only weapon they have in the next round unless they find it on the hunt. Descenti's getting rather close.
We might just bring the hunt to them. Yeah, Serato to peek into storage. Another kill for Descente. Looks like he's going to be given the mercy to save that M4 unless Fallen can speed up through the beach.
Yeah, and look at Skulls. He's hustling over towards B main to try and keep him boxed in. So this weapon is not guaranteed to make it to the next round, although in a pretty safe position. 6-10.
Terrorists win.
Furia looking to recover. And now just 4 rounds away, with an easier one coming up in round 17 where Imperial cannot invest. And the last thing you want to have happen if you're Imperial is you let Furia linger long enough for K Serato to wake up.
True. Yeah. Oh, little team knife in there.
Yeah, that's, look.
If it's gonna happen,
they will just make it harder on themselves, you know?
Yeah.
You get more
because
style
it isn't
points.
hard enough.
Yeah.
I mean, at least if it's gonna happen in a round like this, you know, at least it happens then.
But look, credit to him. You survive a first half like that. You lose the clutch the way you did in the pistol. You lose the clutch the way you did in the second round.
And you're still staying in the game.
And you're still within reach of making this a close game and pulling it back in your favor.
By
Credit to
sheer
Furia.
brute force.
Yeah, for all the frustration we've seen out of them already. If they can recover this one, it'll be absolutely lovely. Skull's going to get some attention. He's going to get a little bit of love on this late B push.
Out they go, right into the AK of Skulls. No way to hit the deck. Really shouldn't be too much to talk about here for Imperial. Especially with the amount of forces now Furia have committed to this position. They just watch, try, walk back into the B-bomb site, Fallen's scan. All right, let's just follow them. They think it's clear. Let's just keep following.
That's an in-game leader just sensing he has all the timing, and now you hear all the footsteps. Good kill from Descente with the M4, but you still have the trap coming in from B main. You think it's clear.
Although Descente, he's still around, still alive. with that M4, but he needs his USPs to get some work done, and Cello has fallen. Here comes the play into B. They call the pounce. They get themselves into the site. The bomb is going to be planted on the safe side of the obelisk, and a dink coming in. Vicente's low in health, sends the pistols out, the bodyguards into the fight. Serrano, good headshot, second locked in, and comfortable in the end, but certainly moments there where that could have got out of hand.
Yeah, moments that had a lack of comfort, we'll say.
Yeah. And Vinicius hanging around. Maybe someone gets a little bit too aggressive, and he gets a free kill.
You're going to be hard to recover any of those weapons as the bomb goes off.
Alright, well, Furia, 7 on the board now. The gap is shrunk to just 3 rounds. And a timeout taken here for Imperial.
Yeah, it's not the greatest buy in the world. They're going to be missing some utility, some nades. And obviously wanting to stop this little run from Furia. Climbing and clawing back into Anubis. Just 3 rounds back now. Haven't been able to settle the economy. It's always been on edge. If you look at the diffuses in rounds 13 and 14, taking a lot of damage in those rounds.
Flash in towards A main. No one aggressive yet from Imperial. So we just settle into a default round. Imperial will know how much rides on this to concede. Go down to a half buy again and allow Furia up to 8 rounds is completely allowing Furia back into the game here. They have an opportunity to shut the door on them, or at least start to close it. But that can quickly go the other way. Oh, no way, taking some damage with the smoke.
He's the only one at the A bomb site and he's got no utility.
Yeah, that's rough.
That sucks. That's a terrifying place to be. Decente's got to step up. He's got a full kit of utility, but in no position to use any of it. He might get dropped with everything in hand. Good save. Blind kill onto Cello. Doubled up in middle, and still A has been not pressured, so no way. It's just hanging out. Man advantage for Imperial.
Not a whole lot of time left here for Furia. 35 seconds. And Decente takes a risk.
Oh my lord.
He goes through the smoke, he goes between 2, but he hasn't picked up the info.
Skulls is dead.
Skulls is dead, but he comes back and he wins that fight somehow.
How are you prepared for that fight with 2 players in middle? Unreal. Decente has got to be so frustrated. And an A split we drop into, and now No Way with no utility, with an MP9, is in a ton of trouble. Oh, steps up big. That's the bomb on the deck, and this round is done.
How has he got away with that? How has he got away with that? We set him up so many times. No Way was in a position of weakness. He had no utility, he had an MP9, he was alone. And he got a double on the MP9. Dude, this is crazy. Oh, this is limited time that they had left, and they just can't get past it. 10 seconds. It was even cutting it close with the bomb coming through there at that point, but as soon as he gets the bomb drop, that's the round. Done. 3rd timeout here for Imperial. But they realize now they've got a great opportunity.
They've stolen a couple rounds in the second half that end up being backbreaking for Furia when you add them all together. 3rd time out, Zach's calming him down, getting the final ideas and thoughts across about how to win this game, seeing maybe some things that he's not liking, just making sure everyone's ready to close out this map. You have Furia on the ropes. Money is busted.
They've got Furia on the ropes. Furia on the ropes of possibly starting their major 0-2.
And it'll be so frustrating with a team with aspirations that have felt like they've been improving steadily. You spend 2 weeks after the Americas RMR grinding for this major and start 0-2, gonna be so frustrating. And Descenti has whittled down one, comes back for more.
Yeah, bomb went down for a split second, but recovered again by Furia. Imperial spotted the bomb's position early into the round.
Vinny's made a move out B main, and he sees no skulls. And if there's no skulls, there's no pressure on the B bomb site, so Phelps is gonna make his follow-up move as well.
A lot of space being taken here by Imperial. Just over a minute left on the clock, and Furia stalled out in mid at the moment. Kesserado looking to clear out the canal. And Phelps spotted, detected in the corner. Good kill from Kesserado. Expecting some A aggression and did spot out that play from No Way. Skulls is going back to make sure they haven't pushed the B bomb side, but in fact they have. And now they've pushed A as well. So No Way's gone. Vinny tracking back, but it's all about timing for Vinny. And he gets away, but his head gets spotted. Skulls knows exactly where he is, and Vinny is destined to die. Skulls will take this headshot, and a 2v3 for Imperial to recover, and both players are so low on health and so far away that they just can't consider this. So they're going to back away. Furia are going to get an 8th round victory, even though at points throughout that round, it looked like it was over for Furia.
I mean, the Phelps positioning, I don't know why he didn't jump up on the barrels. He had to have known he's exposed from stairs. That position of the map was never cleared. He was just so confidently standing out in the open. That's a free kill that then puts Vinny in a really awkward situation as he hears footsteps. He even had the good read on Skulls coming in. Just missed the timing of how long to hold the angle. And Furia get away with one. A 4v5 converted. Back within 3. But there's money left for Imperial to reinvest. They can drop weapons over.
They're always on the brink of utter collapse, though, for Imperial, but you know, always staying in the point where they can just about get another buyout here and there.
Those two right there, questionable. Going back for more. The exposed positioning from Phelps. Those are some gifts for Furia to find frags that they were going to have to labor for.
Look at this. Ugh, that's not pretty for Imperial. An A-Ken and M4.
No, but fair play. They didn't really invest a whole lot, right? They have money built up. I thought they would have reached deeper into their pockets. So saving enough for the next round as the losing bonus builds up.
And in turn, likely allowing Furia up to 9. But if they can do some damage here, there isn't a whole lot of cash built up on Furia either, so they're ripe for the taking.
Taking risks with this kind of a buy as well. Nobody defending the A bomb site. They want to hold on to mid. They want to hold on to dark.
One minute left. And the execute ready to go in towards the A bomb site. There is no one there to defend. Imperial have left it empty.
If you're Imperial and you want to try and win this round, you had to make a move in the last 5-10 seconds of actually clearing out canals, pushing forward to get information. So now it's save the M4, save the AK-47. The MP9, the 257s can try and put themselves in positions for exit frags to upgrade the weaponry.
Yeah, but get the rifles out of there. Furia staying in this fight. They have not come and played their A game. They have probably not even played their C game. This is Furia looking rough, but staying in the fight. That's always got to be in the back of your head here, Imperial, that you want to put them away as soon as you can. You don't want to allow this game to progress further and further, because eventually signs are starting to point towards the fact that Furia could get all the way back into this and steal a victory away that Imperial put themselves in perfect positioning for. But good damage on the way out. Can they get an upgrade? They can. Descente didn't, but it was an upgrade there available for Vinny. And that's 2 kills and damage inflicted.
Look, that's huge. At this stage of the game, to grab those weapons upgraded, look at all the money left over for Imperial now. Like, you have a loss to sustain and still buy. Economically speaking, you put yourself in a really, really good position. A luxury to have that pressure taken off your shoulders for the moment. 11-9. Early Molotovs in mid to allow Cello to take space with speed, with aggression.
Try has eyes on the mid plate. Cello not overextending yet, but perhaps the AWP in the hands of Try can make the difference here. Cello a little bit on edge about being pushed from all different sides.
He's seeing ghosts. So please don't be pushing off that flash.
A flash of his own comes in. His teammate tosses it out. Cello to clear behind the double doors.
It's a lot of pressure being applied in middle.
That'll make Try feel uncomfortable because he can't focus on A main because he has to worry about them coming through camera. But it looks like Furia starting to get ready for what is going to be a B play as the bomb makes its way over there. Fallen and Skulls together. But with Skulls taking a pick on the B bomb site, they can pause. They've got 45 seconds left here, and that's still a lot of time. And Fallen repositioning that bomb now. No need to commit anywhere just yet.
Yeah, and applying pressure to the sore spot of this defense as Vinny was the one who fell. And look at Cello. He has so much information. Here's all those footsteps, but wasn't prepared for No Way coming back. Oh, and how quickly the tables have turned. A bomb site opened up by Serato. The bomb's coming in late, but this Skulls flank is so far away from the action with 20 seconds left.
And Tries the closest player to them, but with AWP, does he feel comfortable enough to peek? If he goes into the open, Serato is waiting for that heaven peek. Skulls is so patient on the lurk on the other side of the map.
It's a 2-on-2 retake.
A 2-on-2, and they know that, but Fallen and Serato make sure that 2v2 goes no way but furious.
Oh, it's coming unspooled for Imperial. They're getting pulled all around the map. You can see the nerves setting in when they're this close to victory. Phelps drops an AWP. He had 8,000, drops it over to Try. And Imperial's gonna buy right back up into it. Great shot from Skulls. An extended lurk that pans out. And Imperial's defense is starting to fall apart. Six of the last 7 rounds in the favor of Furia.
Cello making his way up through middle. Descente is on the right side of the smoke. And this time Cello will be caught by an aggressive maneuver. Descente just waiting for him to walk through that smoke, and Furia offer up a free kill to Imperial. In a round of this magnitude, a 5v4 in favor of the defense, and Try is ready to strike on the AWPer of the other side. Fallen goes into him. The Argentinian strikes. And with a minute left, a 5v3 for Imperial about to grab map points.
And this time, no gifts being offered over to Furia just yet. They're going to have to earn this round, this recovery in a 3v5. 40 seconds. Yuri wants to get aggressive. He's got the bomb in hand. Utility up to keep him as safe as possible. A missed Molotov is going to block him off from the swing to clear platform, so Phelps just lies in wait. And he will be the X factor. He is the safety net, and it's an easy stop with a plant.
Bomb plant denied. Serato and Skulls with 15 seconds left and so many targets they've got to take down. Skulls starts off with a headshot on Descente. Phelps to be cleared off the platform. Skulls with another one. Something just try and he goes down. How have Furia pulled that off? They find a way back onto an unthinkable round, and Furia continue their comeback as they tie up this scoreline 11-11.
That is the round. This is where Zach wishes he had another timeout. That should have never been a round win from Furia. The missed Molotov on top of everything to give Phelps safety. Oh, it's crazy. It's crazy how this turns with only 14 seconds on the clock. Skulls delivers headshot after headshot. Absolutely disgusting sequence in his best round of this map.
He was quiet for most of it, but loudest when it mattered most. And that might just be the round that shatters the mentality of Imperial.
How do you come back from it? You feel so confident in that situation just to watch all your teammates show up on the kill feed on the wrong side of it.
Something Furia have been consistently good at is getting into the A bomb site. Not necessarily always holding on to it. So they're applying that pressure now with utility. Not committing to the site yet, but forces will begin to rotate over and congregate outside of the A bomb site. And right now Imperial have the majority of their forces elsewhere. On B, they've got 4 players. Descente is the only player here for the defense of Imperial.
Again, the question is, do you want to try and win this round? Or do you want to try and just kind of hope they come to your bomb site? And the question, or the answer is, they want to try and win this round. They just cleared B main. It's a little bit late. They're not going to be here in time. Descente has to play this super cautious because he has to be thinking to save this M4 if things don't go their way.
Try. Close towards the bricks with only a 5-7 in his hands. It's no way to swing through the camera and catch Serrato to snap his neck. Descente from heaven needs a godly play, and it's 2 locked in. 3v3 as Imperial stay committed to this. Conviction to the retake. As Vinny moves into the bomb site, he's got ever closer without being detected, but he gets peeked, he gets downed, and it's just Phelps who falls at the hands of the Opper. It is 12-11. Furia now at the brink of closing out a victory versus Imperial when all look lost.
Impressive, impressive comeback thus far from Furia, but they can't think about that just yet. One more round to close it out. They've had to go through so much. First half was lackluster. They've played today one good half of Counter-Strike after a painful upset to start the day. And think of how this half opened. Those 2 back-breaking clutches.
You thought that was it for Furia?
Yeah, you really felt like there was no way back in after that kind of heartbreak. 8 of the last 9 rounds in the favor of Furia. A dominant run on the T side of Anubis.
Oh! Dude, there is no way. From silence to a headshot out of nowhere. Furia with an opener.
That's unreal.
That is just unplayable. Nothing you can do about that. Cello with a shot through the smoke. No way moves into position. Caught by Serrato. The 1-for-1 keeps Imperial 1 player down. But at least it's still within touching distance. But with that push forward from Vinny and the headshot from Serrato, 40 seconds remain in this round. But Furia are going to pull back. An unbelievable result when all looked lost, when they looked like they were done. Furia stayed in this fight, and Imperial could not put them away. The Argentinian must make the difference in this Brazilian matchup. He's got the shot onto the chest of Cello. And now inside of the smoke, Serrato slips right past him, and it's all on try now. The B bomb site's fallen, and he's going to sprint away, but Serrato has locked in his prey. He's on the hunt, in behind, and the Fang will bite down on what should have been the final kill. But he'll remain alive.
He really ruined your line there.
Yeah, he really did.
We'll have a talk with him after this.
He kind of messed that one up. But and now try. He's got a little bit longer in the server, but not going anywhere with this one.
No, you can't win this. And if you try, you're like, great, I don't even, there's no play. I cannot believe Furia's come back. Imperial did exactly what they couldn't do. They let Serrato heat up into this game. He's going to end with 24 kills. A very quiet first half. He struggled at the A bomb site, but boy did he come alive in the second half.
I love that they tried the knife after all that they've been through, but Imperial unfortunately let this one slip, and for Furia, they battled